Good evening, Base Camp B, and welcome to a very Eevee ASMR. In honor of tonight's video, I've broken out the fine china, otherwise known as this plastic Eevee plate that came from the Pokémon Cafe in Tokyo, Japan. The Pokémon Cafes are usually, or maybe always, connected to a Pokémon Center, which are the giant Pokémon merchandise stores they have throughout the country. My partner and I have been lucky enough to go to Japan several times, but I still kind of go crazy every time in those stores. And Eevee has been my favorite Pokemon since I was 10 years old, obsessed with the anime. And so I, of course, had to get this plate. It's one of a set of three, with three different Eevee expressions, which is perfect because we have a son now, so there's one for each of us. And again, we call it the fine china around here. Another thing I wanted to show you was a vintage Eevee toy from when, again, I was around 10 years old. This toy was noise activated, and the tail and head would move simultaneously when it heard a sound. We were very easily amused back then. I was very into this toy. I had a pet corgi at the time, and even though he had no tail, for some reason I always felt that Eevee was a corgi-esque Pokemon, so I was very into it. It's interesting to see the color of the original Eevee merchandise. You can see it here, and in that toy in the back, it was a much darker brown compared to the more orangey brown you can see on the plate of the modern day Eevee. I'm not sure why they made that transition, but it's kind of interesting to see. But now I want to show you the star of today's video, which is this Eevee blind, it's not a blind box, it's a blind bag. And I bought this in a shopping frenzy leaving the Pokémon Center. It was in the checkout aisle. It was about 300 yen, so that's about $3 US. And you can see that all the Eeveelutions and the original Eevee are available as a possibility. And I don't read Japanese. I can't read hiragana or katakana very well. But from what I can glean from these photos, you basically pull the ball out, soak it in water, and once it disintegrates, your Eevee or Eeveelution will be revealed. I don't know which one I'm hoping for. I mean, probably Eevee, if I'm being honest, but if I'm going to pick an Eeveelution, I'd say my number one hope would be Vaporeon, which is maybe a divisive comment these days. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, don't go searching, please. It looks like the different Eeveelutions are actually in different poses too, which I really appreciate. It's kind of cute that it isn't just every single one, you know, with a different colorway slapped on it. There's some sitting and some lying down and some that, this is really small packaging, so it's hard to tell, but I think it might be in the lucky cat pose, maybe, with like a paw up. Anyway, very cute. Maybe I grabbed this because of the great sounds of the bag subconsciously. No, I bought it because of my Eevee obsession. If you've never been to a Pokémon Center in Japan, it is really easy to just go ham there. There's Pokemon merchandise for pretty much any Pokemon you can imagine, but as you also might imagine, the Eevee merchandise is plentiful. It's very surreal to me that Eevee has become as popular as it has, to the point that I'd argue it's probably the second most popular after Pikachu. I mean, when I was a kid, there was these Eevee toys that I have in the background here, that was pretty much it. All right, let's open this up. I'm gonna have to rip off a few friends' heads there. Sorry, Leafio. And okay, so here is the ball, and praise be, it is wrapped in shrink wrap, which is probably the only reason that this thing has survived intact since I bought it. I honestly think it might be over a decade ago. I think I got this on my first trip to Japan, just for my honeymoon, and that is crazy. So I'm glad to finally be popping this bad boy open. Some great sounds. I don't know if this is supposed to be a bath bomb. If anybody, sorry about that. If anybody in the comments can read Japanese well and was able to read the packaging, let me know. I don't know if this is a bath bomb. I don't have a bathtub, so it really doesn't matter. But it's one of those things where if it's not a bath bomb, then you probably don't want to be putting it in your bathtub. But it does feel like a bath bomb. It's very dense and kind of has that packed, sandy texture. All right, now one more piece of fine chinaware to show with you all. This is the glass I got from the Pokémon Center, again, on a different trip, though, more recent. You can see it as Eevee, Torchic. I can't remember that one's name, I'm sorry. It's like the Dream Hippo Pokémon. And then Vulpix, of course. Very cute glass. It was part of a spring collection, as you can probably tell from all the florals. All right. The bath is ready. Let's reveal who's inside. Oh, look at that. It soaks it up like a sponge. Get a closer look. Oh, very fizzy. Oh wow, look at it go. I feel like yellow was an interesting choice for this. You're watching this video, now would be the moment where someone walks into the room and sees your phone and says, why are you watching a bowl of yellow liquid? And that's just the glory of ASMR, isn't it? Having to explain to people what it is you're watching. Let's take another look at this glass. Some glass appreciation. It really is cute. The candle going. It's a grass-scented candle from IKEA. Just really making this a spring-themed moment unintentionally. Can you see the? I don't want to call it steam because there's no heat, but there's a vapor coming off of this. It feels like it should be warm, right? I mean, between the bubbling and the fake steam. Looks like a little hot spring almost. But it is in fact yellow, which again, I don't know why they made that choice. I suppose I should appreciate they didn't choose Eevee brown, which would have been much worse. The anticipation. Oh, let's move it. Did you see a little corner of it? I did. But not enough to show me exactly which one it is. I think I can confidently say it's not Eevee. Alright, this thing is taking its sweet time, but it's going. And it's been bubbling consistently, I must say. this sand is definitely about to break apart and reveal our little guy within. Also, my son is sleeping on me. I don't know if you can hear him snoring right next to me, but I hope the cute baby snores are a good thing for you. All right, and here we are. We have, that's right, it is Espeon. Did you vote for Espeon? Oh, and look how cute. This is really well done. It's in the lying down pose. Look at its little forked tail. This is well done. Look at that thing still foaming. I think that's worth 300 yen for sure. Look at that bowl of yellow liquid. Very cute. This will be a gift for my boy once it's no longer a choking hazard. And when we zoom in close, it kind of just looks like maybe like a mineral hot spring and not just a bowl of yellow liquid. Oh, that rock it's sitting on is going down. Great noises though, very fizzy. Look at that. The quality of these little toys is really astounding to me because back in the day there was Pokemon finger puppets, I guess, that came in these little blind boxes, and my cousins and I were obsessed. There was a Japanese supermarket near our house called Ebisu, and we would just, we'd get like 3 each once a week and a pack of Pokemon cards. And I still have them. I love them. My Eevee one was, of course, my most beloved. I made a little bed for it out of a empty yogurt cup and let it sleep next to my bed. But it was cheap plastic, and the quality of this has just improved so drastically over the years. And I don't know if it's just the way things are now, people expect higher quality, or if, Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise in the entire world. Think about that. So I suppose they can spring for some high quality plastic in these toys. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I've certainly enjoyed it. I think this video is like a testament of open your things, stick your stickers on things. This little Espeon has been trapped in that ball for darn near a decade. And today, this evening, together we have set it free. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great evening.